The other day, we reported on the guy nicknamed Big Balls, used to be at Doge, who got beaten nearly to death in D.C., and the judge let his attackers go free until Judge Jeanine stepped in and said, we're going to federally go after them because the judge that let him go, that said her job wasn't to punish criminals, was wrong. And I and my staff are going to clean up D.C. Way to go, Judge Jeanine. So you remember the other day we reported on the guy that had worked in Doge in the early days of Elon Musk, and he
Hmm.
slept at the office every night. He was the one that was uncovering everything. Um, his name is Edwin Corsine, and he got jumped in the street leaving work, and they beat him nearly to death. And the judge let the assailants go because that idiotic judge in D.C. said, "My job is not to punish people; it's to rehabilitate them. So I'm just going to let those guys go." So if you remember, I said there's going to be a follow up. Here it is. And here is the follow up. This is a press conference by U.S. Attorney for D.C. Judge Jeanine Pirro. And you see the picture on her right showing poor Big Balls nearly beaten to death. She is now pursuing federal court charges against the guys. And she said this is going to stop. She is going to stop the lack of criminal prosecutions in Washington, D.C. And God bless her, because this idea that this idiotic judge has of the cops catch the guys and the judge decides, well, punishment, that doesn't sound so good. Really, what I ought to be doing is letting them go because, they promise not to beat anybody else nearly to death. You wonder why she's so popular? Because she's enforcing the law and she understands a judge's job, if someone is found guilty, is to punish the
Yeah.
criminals.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Barry, related to this. If you go to a bar and let's say you're a bartender and you have people coming into your bar and you keep giving them drinks and you know that they're drunk and they leave the bar and they get in a car accident and someone lose their life after they're leaving your bar, what happens to the bartender?
Oh, he's liable.
The
That's
bar
contributory negligence. Absolutely.
So when we have judges that are allowing these criminals back out onto the streets and then they go out and they commit another crime, why is the judge not liable?
You know, they have immunity under the law, but you raise an interesting question. I wonder
I thought no one
if
was
this
above the law.
guy, why can't Edwin sue to say these are people that were already left out of the justice system? They've been arrested before. This wasn't even their first offense.
Exactly.
I agree. That's a brilliant idea. I don't know. Somebody out there in ATP land is going to know the answer, and I'd like to see it in the comments because maybe that'll make these judges think twice before they just have this revolving door policy. We've done stories like these guys in New York, 40, 50 arrests.
Yes.
In my mind, it's like three times, three strikes and you're out. 40 strikes, my God.
I
What are
mean,
the
some
chances you're going to
cases,
do it again? Like
yeah,
100%?
especially if they're going to let you out 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14, 15, 20 times. You're like, you know what? I'll be out tomorrow. I'll do it again. You can't stop me.
I'm totally down. I get it. You're
Yeah.
right. They know there's going to be no consequence, except they got fed, they got clothed, they got a shower, and out they go,
Yeah.
ready to do it again.
Yep. Yep. And if they start locking up these judges for allowing these criminals to go out, it'll come to an end really quick.
Boy, if there's a consequence for that, you'd think twice before you would say something as stupid as a judge as, my job is not to punish anybody. My job is to rehabilitate them. And the way I rehabilitate them is I get them to promise, one, they're not going to do it again. And number two, they'll come back to my court for sentencing. which
Yeah.
neither one of those things ever happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever.
Never happened.